I'm singing a cover of a song about copyright.
Okay, so I wasn't there for this certain episode of Sidescrollers, so shout out to Stuttering Greg and the gang for making a short video snippet of info about this, because trigger warning, yes, I am in this mess community, and yes, I am a furry, and I know that other furries in this mess community may probably get offended, but that's generally because the sour apples in the bunch want to spoil things, personally. So I'm gonna defend side-scrollers here, just pointing that out here. Anyway, let's just begin this.
Follow me on this roller coaster, Blabs, okay? When we speak of the Super Smash Brothers community,
I think of the Sonichu medallion, to be completely honest.
you sure you don't think of
And furries.
furries? Yeah?
Yeah, no, I think, well, I mean, I kind of think he's a furry, you know, so.
Okay, for the record, there's nothing wrong with being a furry. There is a problem if you're a P. Diddy clone or, a zoophile. Yeah, we don't want you guys in the furry fandom either. Or even if you're Antifa. Yeah, something else to worry about for a furry fandom. Yep. The point is, if you're in the furry fandom and you're enjoying the stuff that you enjoy, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Because as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're just enjoying yourself. And making violent threats on the internet kinda counts as hurting people. So, who knows where this is going to lead.
You think of, there's a lot of craziness happening in the Smash
Yes.
community, right? So, do you remember this picture not too long ago of this
Yeah.
Smash Brothers player Salt?
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Remember this fine-looking woman who, oh my God!
Bulge, that's right.
That's
It's
right.
a dick!
That's right.
Please don't. Can we get rid of that? Thank
Hey,
you.
you got a problem with this woman's giant bulge?
I don't want to look at some stranger's bulge. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well,
No.
look, there has been. This is actually just breaking that that player, whose name is Salt, has resigned after celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk.
I knew it! I knew it! I smelled Antifa bullshit! I'm calling it now. All people who are Antifa and are in the Smash community, ban them from future tournaments outright. Salt is not a celebrated celebrity in the Smash community, as far as I'm concerned. If anything, we should use this individual as an exhibition of negativity in the competitive Smash Bros. Space. I don't care if you have any beef with any specific part of the conservative outlook on life. If you're risen or even celebrating someone's death, hell no. Hell no. You ain't allowed in any fine game tournament because, like using a firearm if you're in the States, that shit just proves that you are mentally unwell and unfit to use a firearm or play violent video games. Just saying.
Of course.
Now, this
Never
is
seen that coming.
You're right.
You could have
Never would have thought. Never would have
Oh,
thought that.
God, he's covering his dick.
Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Now you take the picture. So I had a boner. We have morning wood. I just got up, but
a great shade of blue.
my lady boners.
His big hands are covering, his man hands. It's amazing.
Covering up his hairy arms and all of that. Oh. Anyways, but this is the type of people that are in the Smash Brothers community, right? We got furries, transgender, like there's a lot of people, and to be clear, this extends into video games as a whole, right? We all seen it at length. We know it's a thing, but we saw this as well. Left-wing activists, this person,
of course, they gotta defend Gaza, and by that they're defending Hamas. I'm calling it now. If there's any politician that wants any form of mandatory digital ID, you kick them out of any country permanently. Or better yet, bring back actual lifetime imprisonment as a punishment for their crimes. I'm getting sick and tired of putting scare terrorist posters up. And yes, I did invent scare terrorist posters, apparently. Just to, protect myself. Because I don't really want to initiate threats or anything. I'm getting tired, man. I'm getting tired. We just want to be left alone. We just want to be left alone to play our games and be chill. And then this divide happens because of some stupid, dumbass politician or World Economic Forum nonsense, and it's all thanks to the Fabian Society. Kick them out. I'm just saying, the Fabian Society sucks. Anyway.
Sky and Sweaty Ballin claim that the rise of conservatism in the Smash scene is, quote, really scary, and that the community should remain a woke echo chamber due to ignorance towards queer, trans people, and attacks on Gaza. Here are their tweets. The rise of...
Wait, this was on X? I thought they were still on Blue... Oh, wait. No. Even Blue Sky don't want these extremists. Yeah, I kind of see it. I can see it.
Conservatism or conservative sentiment in the Smash scene is really scary, and I think tolerating people who openly think that makes you a part of the problem. I 100% believe my community should be a woke echo chamber. I don't give a fuck. Continued. This is from Sweaty Ballin. I think a large reason I have a hard time coming back to the Smash scene is staying back is because over time I've seen a willed ignorance among the scene to things outside of it. With the attacks on Gaza, toward the livelihood of queer and trans folk, Nepal, and now this is obviously growing sentiment towards conservatism over here. So yes, that is kind of where we're at right here with this. Is they want it to be their own little echo chamber, which is.
And you know what? To all of you heterophobes out there, I got one thing to say to you. Fuck off already. Fuck off already with it. If anything, I'm proud to be a queer, furry member of any gaming community. And I am especially proud of all the conservative members in our community. And you know why? Because at least the conservative members of our community, at least the ones I know of, are actually kind of reasonable. And super chill. And I don't give a fuck what you all have to say about it. If you're risking death or harm to anyone, just because you don't like a different way of looking at things, you don't like heterosexuality, or hell, you don't like Christianity as a religion. Devising, if you don't like what we do with conservative folks and we're being chill about it, here's a fun idea. How about you actually get a fucking therapist for once and actually calm yourselves down and make sure you're mentally fit to be in any sort of community? Because tough news, batshits! You're gonna have conservatives in every single community. And it doesn't matter if it's a gaming community, the anime community, hell, even the fingernail or crochet community, if you will. Conservatives are gonna be there. Stop harassing conservatives. Stop harassing heterosexuals. Stop being a fucking pain in the ass. I'm sorry. I had to use expletives. I am angry. I am angry today. Especially after finding out that these people who claim to be the ones with a zero anti-Semitism tolerance policy are actually the most fascist as shit people out there. Oh, and did you forget that today was the day of the anniversary of those who lost their lives during that attack on that specific October 7th? These people are fucking disgusting. I don't care. I don't care. These people, they claim to have empathy. Well, guess what? You lack empathy. You ain't getting it.
You know, people don't like change. They don't like that they've been propped up for so long, and now people are starting to see that it's all just a fucking charade. So they're upset about this. What's interesting about this is this actually continues on to a guy named Mewtwo King. Have you guys ever heard of Mewtwo King before?
Yes, but I don't know why.
Mewtwo King is one of the most prominent Smash Brothers players. Okay, is one of the 5 gods of Melee. So he's a very prominent player, widely considered one of the greatest Smash Brothers brawl players of all time. Okay.
Of course, like I said, I don't do the, competitive Smash Bros. Community scene stuff, so honestly, this is still all very new to me, but I'm sorry for crashing out here, but I have to make a point. There are gonna be people with different opinions than you, regardless of their religion, their biases, in general, whatever. There's still gonna be different people from different walks of life in different communities. And to see these people, these charlatans for anti-Semitism. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling them out for what they are. They are charlatans. They are deceivers. These people just do not give a fuck. But yeah, this is still a lot for me. I like that Mewtwo King plays Meta Knight in Brawl. That's actually kind of cool. He also uses his namesake in Project M. And for those of you who don't know what Project M is, it's essentially a mod for Smash Bros.
So he's competed on a bunch of different things, but he's the dude. He is the dude when it comes to this. And there's this tweet making the rounds that he said. It says, Mewtwo King talks about receiving hate and death threats from the transgender community after being accused of transphobia back in May. Let's just hear from him. This is 1 minute of him speaking about this experience. This is 1 minute of him speaking about this experience.
I'm just so tired of that. It's so fucking frustrating. Do you know how many people? Dude, I literally made a tweet once. I tried to be positive. I was like, trying to say something positive about like trans people, like we shouldn't hate each other and whatever. And then somebody messaged me like, "Oh, I'll go to hell if I think that." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I see. I guess I understand like the other side now too." And then,
Wow. I can see where this is going.
and now I got like, I swear to God, I got like 50 people with that flag in their bio saying that I should kill myself. Do you know how?
Okay, Mewtwo King, just to let you know, just a quick reminder, those people are crazy people who need to get actual therapists instead of dumbasses who get paid to be their enablers, okay? So there's no problems with you. There's no problems with you. I think you're a wonderful person, to be fair. You seem to have one of the nicest setups that I've seen. And you're just enjoying yourself playing a video game. So, honestly, I got no beef with you, and you seem like a really nice guy. And as for all those who have been harassing him, I hope you're really happy attacking someone who considers you a friend in a community, because you're all fucking disgusting. All of you with their flags and bio nonsense. You disgust me. You really do. Why do you think my pronouns are of my birth gender? My biological gender? Because you guys are so irritating. That's right. Not you guys who subscribe to the channel. No. I was referring to, all the heterophobes watching this, probably. But then again, they'll probably ignore me because of my views against, Keir Starmer or something.
People DM me.
Statistically, they'll do it first.
What is it, 41% or whatever it is? There you go. So he's experiencing this for the first time, just being like, oh, okay, I kind of see what everybody else is saying. And then immediately people are like, I'm going to fucking murder you. Like, that's how this went, by the way, in Smash Brothers, not in real life.
Outworld, Minecraft, all those.
Here you go.
Do you know how many people DM me?
Nope, we can't use the in Smash Bros. In Minecraft shielding thing. We know that they wanted to do it IRL. These people need mental health institutes. They don't need the queer community. They need mental health institutes. I'm just saying it now.
With that flag in their bio, telling me that I'm a terrible person, I should kill myself. I'm like, I'm not even a transphobe or anything. I'm literally just trying to see both sides of the argument, get information, and understand.
Well, that's the problem.
Based. See both sides. And call the ones out for being in the wrong on both sides. Hang on, I think I interrupted Craig here. Let's hear what he has to say on this.
Is that he's trying to see both sides of the argument here. And if you don't conform immediately, you are DM'd and told to kill yourself because of that. Like,
these people really don't care if you see both sides of a problem, huh? I concur. Whatever Craig has to say about this behavior, I concur.
he's experiencing this for the first time. And to that I say, welcome to the club, man. You've tried to be sensible, and it's just not good enough. You didn't hit every single checkbox. And one of those checkboxes is pure compliance. You made the mistake, Mewtwo King, of trying to think for yourself and just not get involved. And by not getting involved, You became involved because you didn't, and silence is violence. And by the way, if you spoke about something, then your words are also violence. Just so you know. Welcome to the club of irrational hate, where people will just come in and get mad at you for literally no reason at all.
People are saying the volume is really low on this guy.
Yes,
I can
it is
hear
really
it,
low, and yeah, it's as low as high as I can get it. You guys can see the volume's up right there. We'll go and continue here the last 20 seconds.
And this is what I've been having to deal with for the past fucking year. You know how annoying that is? Do you know how unfair that is?
I can completely see how unfair that is. Because you were just being a very reasonable guy, Mewtwo King. But everyone who says you want to kill them when they post that and tweet that, and make falsehoods like that, and risk death upon you, they're authoritarian cucks. I'm saying it now. Doesn't matter what your gender identity is. If you hate people for being the way they are and you want complete and total compliance from them, that is some fascist level BS. Okay, I know the word fascist doesn't really mean much on the internet now because thanks to those idiots, but that is definitely some I'm gonna say Vera Agumon level stuff going on there against Mewtwo King. That's just awful.
I understand if I was actually a transfer or something, but I'm literally not. And I made that very clear.
You know what all this bullshit that he's talking about has led to in mass is trans fatigue.
Oh, 1,000%.
You've turned everybody that you could have got onto your side off to you because all they do is constantly whine, complain, and cry. All you ever hear, oh, we need to be in this bathroom, this locker room, this room. Fuck off.
Mewtwo King is the perfect example of the Overton window shifting and the left becoming increasingly less tolerant of the center. Yep, exactly. I think we've all seen this, and
Both the left and right in some cases. Unfortunately. See, I'm always very much just outright center. The way I have the outtake on things, so I feel like I'm kind of not in the same category as either group, and this is why I usually don't tend to get into politics at all. But I think with everything that's going on in my own home and now this is kind of depressing, and I want to take a stand against it, you know? It's kind of upsetting that these things tend to happen.
by the way, there's like another, like, this is...
When did this happen?
He's got a big, long clip here. It's 5 minutes long, but this is more of him just being like, I don't even understand what the hell's happening. I just don't get it. I just don't even understand. And by the way, here was the original tweet that he was referencing here. He said, since not everybody realizes my stance on this, I'll just say, I guess, I don't approve of racism or hating groups of people in general. I think it's stupid. I preferred it in the past when it seemed like everyone just got along to play video games, simpler days. And like people were telling,
oh my freaking god, this is so true. This is so true. So much simpler days. So much simpler days. And now it's always, well, we don't like you because you're straight and you don't comply to everything we say, so you're a bigot or a Yahtzee or... And I'm just sort of like, being the most normal person in the queer community, in regards to non-binary people, in regards to, people who identify as non-binary or trans anonymous, they're like, thinking to myself, like, Dude, why are you so freaking heterophobic and angry all the time? Who hurt you? Who abused you this much? No, really. Just not make it an entire broad stroke. Like, do you really think just because somebody harmed you, like a father figure, toughening you up for the dangers of the outside world, means you can be a whiny little Sid who's a heterophobe? This is disgusting. Really, really disgusting. I don't like it.
Him to kill himself because of this tweet. This vanilla, milquetoast, Chevy, like just totally generic.
Cancer only understands cancer. Like, if it doesn't see a cancer cell, like, it just needs to just grow. If you're not on a company message, if you're not on agenda message, it just discards it. They only understand power. That's it.
Yeah.
What a mess. And it's going to ultimately, he stepped in it because he didn't want to be involved, but he got pushed to be involved. And I would just like to say, welcome to the club, Mewtwo King. I know you didn't want to be here, but you have, by the way, we didn't give you a pass to that club. They're the ones who hand out the pass, who say, who push you into the door of the club because you didn't align ideologically with literally everything that they thought. So
I'm kinda in the same sort of club with Twitch. Like, I don't use Twitch as a streaming platform. I just use it as a means to an end in regards to recording stuff, because apparently I need a streaming site to make sure the entire setup for my screen and everything works so I can make YouTube videos like this, because the longer process, it would probably give me arthritis, I'm not gonna lie. So, anything to streamline that's perfectly fine.
Oh, congratulations. Welcome. But yeah.
Join us. We have cookies.
That's right. We do, going back here, this is that tweet, says the rise of conservatism and conservative sentiment in Smash. It says, bumping this thread because every time I talk about this, I feel like I'm mimicking them, but this summarizes how I feel. Not responding to the million chud/bots interacting with this tweet. Trans rights or human rights, right here.
You know what else are human rights, dumb bitch? Conservative and heterosexual rights. Or just straight up conservative rights in general. That came out weird for first time, so yeah, conservative rights. Like, I don't know, conservatives having the right to make sure their kids don't watch something that they feel like is indoctrination. Like, don't get me wrong, I can understand why some adults don't like some sorts of content in regards to queer representation, and I completely understand that. In fact, there's even some queer people not letting their kids watch Netflix. So do with that information what you will, you cancerous scumbutt. Azazel Sky, you cancerous scumbutt.
This is a pretty, it's oppressive threat. Yes, it's always about we are oppressed. This your sweaty ballin', by the way, they, them. Just want to point that out. So these people are...
Noticed how that Crandon had a free Palestine and a Palestinian flag in bio. He's probably lost in the sauce watching Hassan Piker. I'm calling it now.
exactly what you think they are. And this started because you didn't protect. You didn't gatekeep. You said, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Come on in. Come on in and join the crowd. It's okay. And then they said, no, that's not good enough. We have to run the crowd. Do you not understand? And if you don't like it, you're a bigot. And if you don't like it, you're transphobic. And if you don't like it, you don't like black people. And if you don't like it, you don't like black people. And if you don't like it, you're homophobic. So you better like it. Otherwise, everybody's going to know. And that's how this happened. That's how we got to where we're at. And now they're getting slapped and rejected back to half court. And you know what? They're going, I don't even understand. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the last decade. Congratulations, we did it. Any closing thoughts on the Smash community being batshit insane?
I've always knew.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the entire Smash community. Well, I think I'm the only part of the Smash community with common sense, but I think I'm ex-Smash community now, since, Nintendo wanting to be pissy about patents and stuff, so I always kind of known that there was something off with Nintendo just allowing the Smash community to still exist in some cases in regards to how many queer people are in it who want violence, because these people who are currently in charge and running the Smash community, wanting it to be woke echo chamber, a woke echo chamber. Sorry, I'm getting crazy queer fatigue. You can obviously tell. These people really, really need to be institutionalized. There's no other way to help them. It's either you institutionalize them, or they think that it's okay to euthanize straight people. It's disgusting. I don't care. And just even the fact that I believe that cisgender is just a slur against straight people. And I'm sorry. I really think it's that bad saying that word. Because it just makes me that visibly sick! It really does. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
I just say, I really wish we would get to the point where we just let them just stockpile crazy. Let's give up on all these properties, let them have it. We don't react to it. They'll just keep growing, growing, and growing. We're making our own stuff to the point that it is just the craziest shit on the other side. And everyone who wants just neutral politics, fun, entertainment, just comes on our side. And then we can all laugh at that. I would wish we would just abandon that and just start making shit. Let them have it. Okay, great. Have that.
Well, the problem with that is that you're letting them have, and I agree with everything you're saying, but you can't just let them have an entire video game. You know what I mean?
We already did. That's why they're there. We already let them. So you either gotta smoke them out, pull them, try and find a ways of pulling them out of these businesses, or it's time to just abandon ship and move on to other stuff, because they have infiltrated clearly everything to the point of look, every one of us are normal. Most of us are normal people where we don't have to keep listen, I'm not racist and I'm not homophobic. I just wish we could all get we stop responding to that way. We all know we're not that. All of us normal people, we know that. Especially if you grew up in the 90s. 90s was the most quote unquote inclusive time. We didn't see color. Everyone got along, whatever. I'm tired of speaking quote their language and me
90s and early 2000s, relatively for the most part. We can laugh and joke about our races and sexualities and whatnot if we're adults, and we just had a jovial time about it. I was literally born in 2005, so do with that information what you will. Actually, don't do with that information what you will, please. But yeah, I just kind of jumped ship from ever buying anything Nintendo related for the most part right now, and I'm kind of happy just playing on my PlayStation Portable right now. I'm having a very good time with it, and I've got some games to keep me satisfied to play, and I'm currently enjoying playing Medieval Resurrection on there, so I'm kind of happy. If anything, I'm enjoying myself to the fullest, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. But then again, the neuro defective will always be leeches. That's why I don't, want to be in competitive Skullgirls anymore. Like, I'm happy to play single player Skullgirls, specifically Second Encore, because I had a lot of fun of that, but now it's just with the actual app and competitive stuff, I'm just there like, nah, it's not for me. I don't care. So I'm enjoying my time, so just celebrating myself and just enjoying myself.
Having to keep
Right.
working around them, they don't have power. I do. We're the
Those days are
majority.
over.
Well, it's not though. We just let them.
They've done a fine job of tanking everything. So
We did a great job of letting them tank it. We let them have it.
they're tanking everything right now. They're
Yeah,
destroyed the Democratic Party unless they somehow find a way to, get more dead people and dogs to vote.
well,
I don't think that there's going to be much for them going forward.
I think you're both right. I think that they are at that point to where they have just fucked things up so much for their cause. They have pushed way too far that
The UK Labour Party is another good example of what Yellow Flash is mentioning here, because, that's actually kind of upsetting. I'm just saying, we're living in some crazy times right now, and it's really bad and horrible, and it's not just on the left. There's also stuff on the right too that I don't agree with, and it's best to stay center and let the crazy people fight amongst themselves. At this point, if they want to be violent and want to slit throats, then let them go ahead and try it. But we'll put cuffs on them if need be, because there are limits. There are limits. And these limits need to be enforced and in place.
people like Yo Dog, and I think a lot of that happened 3 weeks ago. With Charlie Kirk. I think them, like mentioned the Bulge Boy earlier about kind of them dancing on his grave. Like that's fucked up. And people look at that and they say, no, that's not acceptable. We're not down with this, and that's what pushes people out. And we've seen that dramatically over the last few weeks, where people are like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not, like, I was all about the tolerance stuff, but that's not very tolerant when you're laughing at this situation. So 8-Bit Miku came back with a 10, says, Mewtwo King is based from seeing the clip you shared just now. I'm also trying to see both sides of an argument, and I'm kind of left leaning according to the political compass. Shows how extreme the echo chambers are. It's disgusting, in my opinion. Yeah, and we welcome all viewers. Thank you so much, 8-Bit.
Yeah, good on you for.
Okay, I just want to say right now that I honestly have no problem with people, calling me the N-word in VR chat, but yeah, if you're concerned about that, that's your prerogative, I guess, but don't be too crazy about it. It's just a word.
Watching shows like this, like that's fantastic to hear. Like we want more of that conversation.
Do you have common sense? Well, if you did, you'd hit the subscribe button right here.
So, yeah, go check out Sidescrollers, everybody, for more great content. This is just me doing a reaction video and just giving my 2 cents on the entire situation here. But yeah, I'm not surprised that Nintendo would have an entire community being run by heterophobes just attacking people. That's their fanboys and fangirlies right there. Just letting you know that.